Good afternoon, and welcome back to the channel, guys. Hope you're doing okay. So we've got a very short video. Basically, it's an absolutely massive announcement. It's actually, you know, it's actually game changing for all of NullSec. Realistically, it is a huge announcement, and we've been, so just to quickly round up, we've been pushing and pushing and pushing, and we're taking up here. So I've got the home system set as our new capital system. Our new stager is a CTAC JMT, and as you can see, it is right next door to Horde space. It is right there. It is right next to Horde space, and that means we can go and attack them whenever we want, and we will have range to cover this whole area here. The announcement came on the fireside, which is our weekly meeting of an alliance, where the alliance leader Asher basically tells, gives the alliance an update on what's going on. This basically just like an update sort of thing. And it's on there he announced that we are actually, you know what? I'll play it and see, and so you can hear it for yourself.
We have a lot to announce today. This is going to be a loaded potato.
This is Asher speaking.
So, let's see where to start. Oops, I did it again. War Edition. We did not plan to be here this soon.
True.
This fast.
It's gone so fast.
We have a timeline for our war, and we exceeded all expectations. So that has been. I've got a lot to say, man. I got a lot to say. I don't even know where to start. All right. So I'm going to give you guys the first.
Just rip the Band-Aid off.
Delve and Quirius are being moved out of. That means Brave, IGC, Sons of Bane, Lawn will be joining us across the gap. This is to tighten our space up. That gap is a real pain strategically. And so we want everyone this side gap. That means that over the next week, they will be moving out. Yesterday, our friend Gobbins figured this out. He does not know the whole story.
So yeah, basically, we're leaving Delve and Quirius behind. The long and short of it is we've stretched ourselves up here, and instead of us having, apart from Stain, Curse, Great Wildlands, and instead of those areas, we are packing up from Delve and Quirius completely. Everything, every structure, absolutely everything is coming out of Delve to move over to here. So our capital is UALX, which is around here somewhere around here. Brave and whatnot are going to move into UALX. They are going to live here and around here. These guys, Omist and whoever else lives in there, they're being left as it is, because there's no need to move them. They can stay there. That's fine. They're neutral anyway, so and he does say, I won't play the whole thing for you because there's a lot of information, but period basis is going to be held by Dracarys. Obviously Stain is Stain. We don't go into Stain. We don't mess around with anything to do with Stain. As far as I'm aware, Paragon Soul, Esoteria are going to stay there. We're going to have Esoteria, Paragon Soul, Fatal Bliss, Impasse, Tenerifis, Immensia, Scorn and Pass, and Innsmother. I don't know what's going to happen with these guys here in here. I actually don't know. Now, logistically, strategically speaking, it would be easier to have an Ansiblex chain right through there to Tenerifis. But if those guys don't want to leave and they don't want to move, we've got that there, couple jumps over here, couple jumps, and fine. You can just put jump bridges across there. You can go around them. That's not an issue. I don't know what our Diplos are doing. I know there's probably going to be a deal to say, look, I don't know. There might be saying, look, you can either stay neutral, but we're not going to destroy your structures or yourself. But we can hunt you and you can hunt us and whatnot. I imagine there's going to be some form of suggestion along the lines of we can offer to buy the space off you, and we can help you get over to Delve Quirius if you want to move from here, because that's a coalition themselves. That's not multiple small alliances. That's a coalition. I think it's the Freedom Coalition or something like that. So we can move them over there, help them move, give them blue access to, you know, to move along here and help them get over there and get settled. So then we can have this. Or I imagine there's going to be, you know, an offer to join the Imperium, which I wouldn't like, because that just means absorbing more people to a coalition, which is not ideal. I don't think we should invite all of these. And I believe Vapor, out of the blue, they've been allies with us throughout this war, and they've asked if they can join the Imperium. So obviously the offer was accepted. So yeah, okay, you can join the Imperium. You can fly with us. You've proven yourself. No, I mean they've taken heavy losses, but they've also killed quite a lot. So they've done pretty well. So I imagine that they will be offered to move over there. I don't know about these guys. There's Brotherhood of Spacers and someone else in there. I actually don't know what's going to happen with those guys. I tend not to get involved with the politics because it's above my pay grade in Goons. I don't need to do it. I just try and, you know, get a little bit of information where I can. This is obviously for multiple reasons. Now, I would like to hear what the Horde has been told about this, what the Horde spin on this is, because they're obviously going to look at it from a different angle to how we look at it, because we're opposing blocks, we have different ideology, we have different views. That's how it works. They're going to probably say we've abandoned Delve Aquarius because whatever reason. We're saying we've acknowledging we've overstretched this way. Acknowledge that we've overstretched this way, and having this back here is a bit of a strategic nightmare to keep going back and forth. So we're giving it up. We're moving Brave and IGC, as Asher said, and all the others out of there this week. That's all going to be... So in 3 weeks' time, I don't know who's going to be in Delve Aquarius. Don't know. It's going to be completely... I don't know if we're just going to drop the SOV and just let it just, you know, be taken by whoever. I don't know what's going to happen. But it'll be interesting to see. That's going to be something to keep an eye on over the next few weeks, which I will be covering. Who's taking it? I'm going to get a camera over there. So I'm going to get an alt and a shuttle over there. Just try and keep an eye of what's going on and do updates on what's going to happen there. But that is... It's weird us. I mean, I know we moved over here, but completely getting rid of Delve and Aquarius is... A lot's happened there. There's a lot of history in that region. But period basis is going to stay held by Dracaris and Paragon Soul, Esoteria, Faithabilis, Impasse, Tenerifis, Immensia. So we're going to have... I mean, our regions are a lot more spread out than Dronelands, which Dronelands, if you look, is really good space because it is a lot of systems very, very close together, very condensed, and there's not many places you can jump capitals from without taking a regional gate. So it is a very, very defensible region, which is really, really good. And we've got this here, which is also very, very dense, very compact. This is possibly some of the best space that we've been in since Equinox has released. Best space we've been in because we now can have our main umbrella covering all of our ratters and all of our money makers here, covering them all. Yes, we're going to get constantly dropped by Curse and Great Wildlands, but we're used to that in Delve anyway, so that doesn't matter. It won't surprise me if Horde then decide to deploy to Great Wildlands or Cursed and just, you know, move their SIG from here over to here to constantly harass us, but at the same time we can constantly harass them because we are next door to each other now, and that's the idea. We've pushed all the way up here to be right next to our enemies, so there's constantly fleets going out, there's constant stuff to do over that way. We've got Great Wildlands and Curse we can nuke whenever we want. There's just so much opportunities with this, but it is going to be interesting to see just what happens with Delve and Aquarius. Who takes it, how long they're going to be there, if once Brave and whatnot have all gone, because there's going to be a lot of structures. There's actually an avalanche that died. I'll see if I can bring it up on... No, I'll bring it up on the screen in a minute, but it was a 74 billion-esque avalanche, which was basically Brave guys scooping up some structures, and I think there was a few Athanors, a few other citadels and whatnot, all the fit-ins and everything in there, and for some reason he decided to take a gate, not a Titan bridge. So it's kind of deserved. I don't want to sound horrible, but it's kind of deserved. If you're going to take a 74 billion-esque avalanche through a gate when there's Horde deployed in your area, you deserve to lose it. And he got killed by like 4 or 5 Black Ops battleships and a few bombers. It wasn't much, but 46 billion-ish dropped. It was kind of crazy. So if you that's a prime example of you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes, and he found that out. So all those structures are gone because they probably would have either jumped something in to scoop it or just black the wreck so no one else could have it. Which, you know, either way, win-win for everyone, kind of. But so I am currently in the process of moving stuff out of Impasse. I've got some stuff over in Amencia as well, consolidating into ULX, and then over the next few weeks, I'm not going to move immediately because I want to know what kind of spaces we're going to have, what upgrades are going where before I decide where to settle everything. So I've got a lot of stuff to move, but this is absolutely huge. Like mid-war, we've just moved. We literally just moved a few months ago, kind of 6 months ago. Moved from here to there during the Great Migration, as CCP called it, and we are now moving again forward to Innsmother, which is not a bad region. It's not a great region, but it's not a bad region. But there's a lot of systems within our range of being able to make money. I don't know what's going to happen with the Torrid, because that's kind of on there. So I suspect something's going to happen here with Legion of Exdeath, the Russians. Something's got to happen here because I don't know. I mean, Legion of Exdeath, they're not a small gang, so no one can say, oh, you're bullying a small group to kick them out. It's not that. They're not a small group. They are a very capable group. And us kicking them out of there or asking them to move or paying them to move, whichever one it is the exact same as Horde going after Brave and IGC in here. So there's no real like, oh, you know, they're going after small guys, because they're not. We'll probably end up paying like an extortionate amount of money to ask them to move. I imagine that's probably what's going to go down. But we're moving here, and that's cool because we're right near Horde. And I like that because that means more fleets, more stuff to do. We can go and harass them constantly. They can come harass us constantly. And what I do like about having an NPC space near us is it always keeps you on your toes when you're out mining, or you're out using crab beacons, or you're out, or you're out, I don't know, ratting in a marauder, or, you know, whatever. Because you've always got to keep an eye on local, so you can't get lazy. Like up here, there's no one can really drop on you because you're out of reach of, most of it is out of reach of Great Wildlands, if not all of it. You can't get reach from here. That's CCP space. So you're pretty much ratting in safety here, apart from filming gangs, roaming gangs. But here we're constantly on the under pressure from Black Ops groups. Now I imagine there's going to be this soon as this goes well, soon as everyone knows about this. I will link the Fireside chat below so you can have a listen. It is, I mean, realistically it's about 18 minutes long. I'll link it below. It's not private information. It's all public. It's already out on the internet, so everyone can hear it. It's probably been heard 1,000 times already. I imagine there's going to be a lot of people like Snuff in it. Other Black Ops groups are all going to move to the edges over here of Curse, so they can drop in on us. So it's going to be, I mean, there's going to be a lot of potential for a lot of drops and Black Ops gangs and stuff like that. So I'm kind of excited for it. I just want to see how it's going to, what the geography is going to look like with upgrades and stuff over the next few weeks. But I just thought I'd get this out, guys, because it is absolutely massive news that we are now, because I know Horde did say, oh, well, we'll just take it when they leave again, but we're not. Our new home, our capital, our new home, like, actual home where everything Goons has is probably going to be, isn't going to be a CTAT-J. That's our new home. We're not moving, and that is, CTAT-J is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 jumps, 6 jumps from Slice in Ethereum Reach. Our capital system is going to be 6 jumps from where there's action. That's cool. I like that. But guys, very quick update. We do have the war update coming tomorrow night. So obviously, if you're not subscribed, make sure to subscribe for that one. If you did find this interesting, a like on the video would be nice. It helps tickle the algorithm for me. And also, I want your opinions on your comments. I am going to do next week. I'm going to do a video based on some of the comments that we've got in these videos, on certain comments on, you know, like information that people have given out, because I've got a lot of information, and also there's been a lot of haters, which is always good because Eve, you know, you're allowed to have your opinion. You don't have to agree with me. That's the point of Eve. We, as Goons and Imperium and Horde and PamFam, we have very different views, very different ideologies, and this is why it clashes, because it's human nature. It's like the real world. It's like US and Russia. They don't agree, so they are going to, you know, they're not going to agree. They're not going to be friends. It's just the way the world is, and this is exactly what's going on here. It's human nature. They have their ideology. They have their view on things. We have ours. And you know, they're never going to align, so we're going to be at war. And you know, what better place to do it than be next door to each other, just exchanging blows constantly. So I'm looking forward to it, and I hope Horde are as well, because this is going to be a lot more fun for Horde being able to come right into our space very, very quickly without having to, you know, go through wormholes, go through, you know, filaments or all that sort of stuff. You're going to go a few jumps, and you're going to be. If you look at their jump bridge network from over here, which is their capitals around here somewhere, I'm pretty sure it is. Pretty sure it's around here somewhere. But look, a few jump bridges, and you know, you're right near Goon Space. So it's all good for them as well. But yeah, I'm going to leave it there, guys, because I don't want to put too much information into this, because there's a lot to discuss next week. A hell of a lot to discuss next week. But thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you tomorrow night. Take care and enjoy the rest of your weekend.